Okay, so hello, Justin here, BB. All right. Anyway, so this one is going to be kind of like a follow-up of one of the previous videos that we put out, and the video was, what if he doesn't call you after sex? And we have quite a few guys that watch the channel, and we had a guy comment. I'm not going to say their tag name, but the comment was, "This advice is terrible. I'm a guy deciding if I should call her actually, and I adore her, but at the same time, I want to give her space. No way in hell am I waiting to become horny again to call her, because I'm a horny piece of shit." And then somebody else commented after that, "You are right," with the little hearts and the smiley face and stuff. This is terrible advice. That was a good way to start, right? So yeah, everybody kind of has their own, like, guys especially, we have like our own way of kind of dealing with these situations. And kind of my perspective on all of this, right, is basically our commenter said, like, he's a guy, he's deciding if he should call her, actually, right? So basically, the dude's overthinking it, right? Because I adore her. So basically, he doesn't want to fuck it up, okay? By calling her too fast or showing that he likes her too much, right? And pushing her away because he's being too forward, right? So he's like, I want to give her space. No way in hell am I waiting to become horny to call her, because basically he says he's a horny piece of shit, so he's horny all the time, right? Fair, right? All of that is fair. I like the comment. I wasn't real keen on the first part, that this is terrible advice, right? To some people it might be good advice, right? To you, not so much, because it doesn't fit within what you wanted or what you're going through. I will not say that that's not what you're going through, right? Because that's your truth. Like, that's what your perspective is and what you're living through right now. You have a girl that you really, really like. You go on a date with her, right? You have sex, and you really like this girl, and you're concerned that if you call too fast, right, that you're going to push her away and then you'll lose her, okay? I will say this. Call her right away, dude. Like, the information that we get as men is to be like the tough guy, right? And to kind of be like the lone wolf, where it's like, I don't need you. And when you act that way towards a woman, what happens is when you act like you don't need them, they want you more. But a lot of times, those are the women that have kind of issues going on in their own lives when it comes to needing attention, right? So they're kind of in this place where, like, or you're in this place where you're feeding off of some negative shit that's going on in their lives, and you're getting attention based upon that fact. So my suggestion for this specifically is, for any guy, really, like, if you like a girl and you just had sex, please, dude, don't wait. Don't wait. Like, the next day, right? If you really like this girl and you want to be in a relationship with this girl, make sure that she knows that you actually really like her. Because what she's going through right now, when you're not calling her, is she's thinking about, fuck, I think I was a one-night stand. Does he like me? Does he not? I don't know, right? So she's stressing out about whatever the fuck. So basically, in this scenario, like this comment, right? How I see it is, the commenter, right, is enthralled within themselves, right? And the word selfish is a very kind of like derogatory word. It's a triggering word, right? But this is a selfish act, right? Where you're concerned so much about losing something that you're not even thinking about that you're hurting that something, right? You're only thinking about yourself in this scenario without realizing it really. So sex is one of those things where it is especially if you really like the person, right? Like if you adore the person, it is a extremely intimate interaction between two people, right? Like you're naked, you are doing you're having sex. Like it is a very vulnerable place to be. You are putting yourself out there, right? On both sides. The woman is, the man is. You're both putting yourselves out there. It's super, super vulnerable. Just because you're concerned that maybe you are losing something if you go at her too fast or whatever, right? Like, fuck all that. Think about her, right? Like, just during sex, right? Do you only think about yourself during sex? Or do you think about the other person, right? It's the same after sex. Think about the other person, right? What do you think she would fucking be thinking if you waited 3 or 4 days after the first time you had sex to give her a call? Like, you're a dick, dude. Like, you look like a dick to her, right? You look like you're indecisive. You look like you're not going to be committed to the relationship, even if you have one. And you're giving her doubt. Make sure you know, if you want to be with the girl, fucking call her right away after that. Jesus Christ. Like, please call her the next day, right? You don't even have to do like a good morning, right? Just give her a call and be like, hey, you know, you want to get lunch, right? Like, not like, hey, do you want to come over again tonight? Because then that turns into, oh my God, now I'm just a sex person, right? If you really like a girl and you have sex, call her the next day and be like, hey, I want to get together for lunch. Like, I want to see you again. And then you go have lunch and you don't have sex. Like, that will basically solidify in her mind that he gives a shit about me on multiple levels outside of just sex, right? So then what happens is that makes sex so much more special. So yeah, I don't know. So that's kind of like my thoughts on that comment. Like, thank you so much for the comment. I know it was like funny how it started, but with the beginning of the comment. But in general, like it's a really good comment, because that's what men go through a lot of times, and we get very inward thinking and inward looking when it comes to the sexual encounters and how do I deal with this and how do I talk to this person. So my best advice is think about her needs first, and think about how she's feeling about something outside of what you think, right? So anyways, that's that.